Welcome to episode 11 of Go Jeff Yourself. For those who don't know, this is Concrete Blonde, Ghost of a Texas Ladies Man, in honor of the giveaway tonight, the Stephen King of East Texas, Joe LANSDALE. So to get the festivities kicked off right, I got a lot to get through, a lot of notes from the week, and a drawing tonight for one lucky winner. There's a 1 in 56 chance. 1 in 56 chance. Good. Happy Monday to you, Jason, guys. Let's start it off, Jason, now that you're here. The Magic Duff Bucket. Yes, a Sugarfoot Stout. These are endangered, but irresistible, and that's why they're endangered. See how that happens? We're going to talk about demand, supply and demand. Hello, Michael. We're going to talk about supply and demand in this Go Jeff Your Shelf, because I've about had it up to my eyeballs with some of the folks out there, just up to the eyeballs. That's all. Grunting helps, I think. Oh boy, I'm losing the battle, but I'm not going to lose the war. Oh yeah. Oh, I look scared. Okay, you just got to wiggle it. Oh, hey chat. Greetings from Europe. Well, hello, Shum. All right, champagne. Is that like champagne? David Simon Pumpkin. Is that what his S stands for? I'm going to scare the hell out of you. Sugarfoot Stout. Thank you, Flash. Champagne. I like the way Christopher Walken says champagne when he does the Continental. When he did the Continental on Saturday Night Live. Champagne. So elegant. Hello, Katie Ray. Greetings and salutations. That's a track on House of Pain, Stephen Dwayne, Nelson Jr. Oh, as promised. Exquisite. Just great. So let's talk about a few things before we get to the drawing. Let's talk about Suntup and this rights thing that kind of pissed me off. So I'm looking forward to the next big release. I'm hoping, I don't know. Hey, Tyler, I'm hoping it's this book, Hex. That's the rumor. That's a consensus. It's what the collective royal we is envisioning for November. I have an obnoxiously signed first edition of Hex. Look at that. Look at that signature. Boom! That makes an impression, doesn't it? This is a great read. I don't know if you've all read it. A lot of fun. And when you see that, the way the Hex is embroidered there, it makes sense. The worst thing about this book is that tagline, evil doesn't sleep, it waits. That is really, really stupid. It doesn't sum up this book at all, in my opinion. Evil doesn't sleep, it waits. It sounds like there's like a monster under the ground that was trying to leave everybody alone, but the kids just kept walking on its ceiling, and now it has to kill people. That's not what this book is at all. Not even close. So there's that. It is a great signature, Joshua. When you compare it, and I showed it to producer Jill, who's not on deck tonight. She's not here tonight to bail me out. She said, well, that's no Josh Mallerman signature, that's for sure. Josh Mallerman, his signature is just very, very understated. Oh, do you guys like this song? Oh, forget it. Bloodletting. I'm waiting to read the Suntup release of Hex. Well, I hope we get that opportunity, Flash. So anyway, there was an issue about the rights. So there's an issue that's dogged Suntup since Suntup began publishing books, and it's this rights system. I happen to love the rights system. It rewards loyal customers. So you know how you have you have a cell phone with some cell service. Let's say it's T-Mobile, and they do some really insane, awesome deals to attract new customers that give huge price breaks and favor new customers over current customers. That just pisses everybody off. Nobody wins in that situation. And Suntup's rights system, yes, it can feel exclusionary, and it can make a lot of people sit on the sidelines. And I, for one, would be a very sorrowful puppy if I had to sit and see some of these Suntup books sail by that I couldn't afford. I would be heartbroken to know The Road Was Out of Reach, or Haunting of Hill House, or Horns, or Rosemary's Baby. All these books I wouldn't be able to afford on the secondary. So yes, it can lock things out. But I don't think there's a better system in place. So I was over at Library Things. I just want to, a couple comments. Jason Geis, if I was looking at Hex in a bookstore, that tagline would make me pass it by. Yes, it's just trite and stupid. Hello, Darren. So anyway, I was over on a forum. I'm not going to name them, but it was Library Things, and they were just bitching and wrangling. So what they were talking about was Lyra's came out with a rights system. They're going to do classic, which is public domain works, and then they're going to do modern works. So there's two imprints, Classic and Lyra's Press. So these two, thank you, Darren. Thank you. I had it tailored. And all these commenters were jazzed at first. They started talking about this right system as it was the best thing. It totally fixes what Suntup messed up and blah, 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 blah. And then they started to pick it apart. And then they started to argue with each other about the finer points. And then they started to project, well, I think it should be this way. And they started to break it down and dismantle it and complain about it. I don't even know if they realized that's what they were doing. But essentially, it comes down to demand. They don't want the demand. They want the supply. They want unending supply. They want everybody to get a chance at a book. And they don't want the demand that squeezes out the competition. So they began speculating that, well, Lyra's system takes a number of books and never assigns rights to those numbers. So there's a set that have rights assigned, and then always month to month or release to release free floater numbers that are never given rights. So those will always be available to people who want to dip in and out. And the letter from Rich, Lyra's, was basically saying, I don't want people to feel pressured to buy my books and get into financial difficulties. And that's a burden the publisher shouldn't have to take on. I commend Rich for not wanting a business model that he feels is predatory. But people get themselves in a wedge all the time. You can't coach. You can't be a life coach and a publisher. You can't do it. The best thing you could do is make books that are worth it to the people and let them sort out their own issues. I do think a set number of floating numbers that are never assigned rights is okay, but I don't think it solves the problem. So these guys were saying, oh, well, maybe if there were, let's just say there are 100 books that are always available for the public pre-order. And that just means if you're right there at the right moment, you can buy it. Okay, so if there are 100 books and 200 people want it, how is somebody not getting stomped out? These are limited editions. It's just not mathematically possible to create and publish at a high level a limitless number of books so that everybody has them, and then the publisher doesn't have years of inventory sitting in a warehouse somewhere. It's just so childish. They're sitting on the outside of the bookstore crying. that all the books are locked up and they can't get to it. And yes, I can relate. I missed out on Misery, and it was like a minute. Like I was there the day it was announced, the day it was released, the minute it went open for sale, and I still missed it. It was 2.5 minutes of me trying to get in. And Cujo, I almost missed out on Cujo. Later, Stephen King Later. That was a big release, and a lot of people missed out. You will still miss out. Dune. There were 800 people for 500 signed copies and 250 unsigned. And I'll be talking about Dune. So it's just ridiculous. And they vilify Suntup to the point where these other publishers have to say, sorry, we're not going to do it like that. It's not the publisher's job to life coach people and give them financial advice. They just make great books. And I think valuing the loyal customer is the way to go. And any time where you have a mad dash at a certain window where you have to be quickest on the draw is more dehumanizing to the customer than having a rights system that leads up to a lottery. And that's my opinion. And I don't understand the heat that fell on Paul Suntup for doing it this way. And you can't even blame him. You can blame the flippers in the secondary market that he has no control over for locking people out and scalping. Yes, you can do that. And if you did lock in a certain set of numbers that don't have any rights, then you do eliminate some of that. I'll admit it. But there's no perfect system. If 300 people are going for 100 books, there's going to be sour grapes. And the person with the fastest internet connection wins. I mean, that's stacked the deck. Anyway, that was annoying to me. So, yeah, I mean, there was the funny thing is in that thread, somebody said, I missed out on the Philip K. Dick set from Centipede Press because I went to the bathroom. And that's what they want. They want a bunch of people who are tied to the computer at a certain time with the fastest internet connection to win. Other than somebody who's on a list. And I like the way Jared handled the Dune release. He batched it out. It was very humane. Anyway, sorry to start out on a rant. I kind of like rants. Let's see. All this rain. Jeff, did you kill a great owl in the North Woods? Goblin. No, I didn't. I didn't kill. We haven't. I mean, it's like really crappy out in Chicagoland, but the murder rate's going to be down. You see how that works? You could either have murder or bad weather in Chicago. Lyra's books are gorgeous, but very pricey. Yeah, and I'm not even going to argue that. Here's the thing. If you want to make a book that doesn't sell out instantly, make a book that no one wants. That's how you get around this problem of supply and demand. You cannot have endless supply. Oh, I'm so pissed. I'm getting more pissed off. I don't think venting works. I think when I vent, I hear myself get mad, and then I just get madder. And then I argue with myself, and then it's like me arguing and getting louder. And I'm drinking some tasty stouts, and there's some good people here. I'm just killing the vibe. Hey, Jeff, and everyone else. Hey, Mark. Evening, Jack. Tyler, there are still copies of The Collector available. That's a good point, Flash. And I will get to that. I mean, I don't want to. This is a great giveaway, and I feel like I'm overshadowing this giveaway with the next giveaway. So I'm not even going to talk about the next giveaway. So we're just going to move on from that. Isn't the whole point of signed limited books, being signed and limited? Yes. Mark, I'm sorry. Producer Jill took the night off. I don't pay her enough. But yes, Joshua, that's exactly it. And the nature of limited editions, unless you have Folio Society that just cranks out more books, which is fine. It's, it just feels like I'm talking to children. And, to be honest, I didn't go on to the forum and create an account and then argue these points because they're so entrenched and convinced of their own superiority and elitism and enlightenment that to dissuade them of those notions is just, it just can't be done. It just can't be done. Not unless I have a PhD in philosophy. Which I don't. I don't want to. I mean, if you guys had this impression I was hiding a PhD in here, I'm not. Unfortunately, I can't afford more than an artist version, but I have no issues with the rights. Maybe you should lose the rights when you sell it on the secondary, though. Yeah, that's the thing. People were selling them. That's another thing Lyra's is doing, I guess. There's no transfer. I don't know exactly. And I will say, I'm not saying Lyra's system isn't good. I'm just saying there's not a perfect system of making everybody happy. You're just not going to do it. There were some hardcore collectors that were pissed off that Suntup went to 350 and is talking or would have considered, I don't know if that's still the case, going to 450. So, and yet there are people that, and then here we have 50 copies sitting there for the collector. So it's available, here's this chance if everybody's worried about supply and demand and dipping in and out. I just don't have any desire for too much public domain, enough to stay on a track for example, for Dorian Gray, and then the next classic. I don't think I have a desire for that. And those books do look gorgeous. I had no desire for Stardust, Neil Gaiman Stardust. You know what's good for a cough? Stout. I'm talking myself into a froth. Hey, Jeff, just about forgot, but I made it. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Jeff. Welcome to the Jeff Club. Jeff, I was going to create well, you wouldn't have been able to get in unless you changed your last name. I was going to create a Facebook page for Jeff Terry's. It was going to be Jeff Terry. And then the tagline was going to be, sometimes all Jeff Terry needs is Jeff Terry. And it was going to be everybody who is named Jeff Terry on Facebook was getting invited to this. And we could compare how our names have scarred us. There are a few folks on Library Thing that have made it their full-time hobby to vilify Suntup. It's a weird. It is there is, and there are some very reasonable people there, but their navel gazing and elitist echo chamber just rubs me such the wrong way. They feel like their fine press world has been sullied by Suntup and these denizens who dared to dig themselves up out of the mud and get their grubby hands on letterpress. That's not really letterpress. Like, we stormed their club and we brought the Nintendos and nachos. And they just wanted to sip brandy and chat about the good old days when monks scribed every book. I don't know what they're up about, but they're arguing over the right system is just, if they got objective about it and looked at it, they would understand it's a math situation. And if Lyra's published Red Dragon or Silence of the Lambs or The Exorcist, and they had 50 or 100 floater copies, they would be gone in a minute and a half. And there would be a bunch of people who would say, damn it, my internet was too slow. I missed out. They got to come up with a better system so I don't miss out, which is what it just trickles down to. So I don't miss out. So I think all the publishers need to go to Library Thing and ask permission before they sell a book, what's the right way to go and how they could please these people, because obviously they're the ones to win over. Vicious cycle. Yes, it is. Maybe no more murders in Chicagoland, but they just identified a new Gacy victim. Yes. Calm down. You can't solve all the world's problems. I can't solve any of the world's problems. Yes, they identified a young man who was another victim of Gacy. That guy's legacy just, 33 young men and boys. That's just so awful. Oh, how can people do that? Like, I have a fun time reading about it, but when it becomes true crime, like I'm getting Deathless by Earthling Publications, and that promises to be a brutal book, and I can enjoy it because it's fiction. Dang. You're late, Colby, but that's okay. Dig the threads. Thank you. Thank you. I feel like a bobblehead wearing this. Like I'm all just a hairball in this suit. That's how I look when I don't know why I got to touch my chest. Stardust was such a, oh, no political talk. Did I get political, Flash? Thank you, Nicholas. I don't remember getting political, Flash. Uh-oh. Whiskey is also good for a cough. It is. I like that Folio do reprints. It's allowed me to get my copy of their Dracula, which I missed first time around. Yeah, I was going to get Dracula. I can add that to my Amaranthine edition, and we'll also add the Suntup edition. I don't know if Suntup's going to do Dracula, but I was going to get the Dracula Folio edition. I haven't gotten a Folio book in a while, but I was not impressed with the fall or the Christmas lineup. So, but yes, Folio's serving a need. Reprints, it's just Suntup and Lyra's and Amaranthine. I can't say their name. Come up with a press name that I could say. Maybe I'll buy from you. They're not operating like Folio, and they shouldn't. We have Folio. If these people on Library Thing want books to read that are in never-ending supply, then good. It exists. Go there. If Paul ever gets around to doing, okay, Darren, so you clarified, yes. What was your first fine press edition, Jeff? How'd you get into this hobby? Well, my first journey into small press was Wizard and Glass by Grant. It wasn't small. It's a independent publisher, so it wasn't one of the big five or however many big publishers are out there. And then the first limited edition I bought was It by Cemetery Dance. And then I just, fell down the rabbit hole. Thanks to the interwebs, I discovered Centipede, Earthling, Dark Regions, and then eventually Suntup. And I'm not going to go to Lyra's, and I'm not doing Amaranthine. I don't know if they're doing any titles that wow me. If Lyra's does a King book, that'll be crazy. I'd be happy for Rich, but I'd be pissed off for Paul. But that's me. The art looks pretty good in the Dracula. It did. Arguing a point with childish elitist book collectors. I thought you were talking about politicians. There are no good politicians. None. Lots of new faces. Yes, people. Thank you for doing my job for me, Jason. I should be welcoming people who are new to the channel because there were a few in the past couple of days. I love Nintendos and nachos. So you cannot go to Library Thing with those Dorito fingers. The rumor is that Folio will be doing the Dark Tower. I'm sure that will get you buying Folio again. You are damned right, Jason. I will buy the Folio Dark Tower. No doubt about it. And I heard that too. And I think that's more than a rumor. I think that's actually happening. I'm really debating Folio is a bright, shining light. See, I don't know anything about that book. So, what did Dune sell for? Okay, thank you, Jeff. You ever read Carrying Comfort by Dan Simmons? No, but I got to read Dan Simmons. But I want to read The Terror. I would love it if Suntup got the rights to Pet Sematary. Oh, you and me and everybody. Amaranthine are releasing Frankenstein, and the picture of Dorian Gray should be nice. I'm sure they will be nice. I'm sure. So, Dune, what did Dune sell for? Did something go on with Dune over the weekend? Something maybe happened with Dune? Oh, the movie's out. Is that what you're talking about? Dune? Yes, Dune. Yes, Dune was $660 shipped in the U.S. if it was signed, and $610 shipped in the U.S. if it was unsigned. And it was a bundled deal. You could not pick whatever service you wanted. Shipping was included with the price of the book. Oh, okay. Martin's telling me A Bright Shining Light is a 2-volume nonfiction book about Vietnam. Ah, very cool. That's not my bag, but looked beautiful. So I loved the way, hello, Cat House. I love the way Jared did Dune. It was such an in-demand title, and people had been waiting for so long for Dune. He batched it out. He did 200. There were 800 people trying to buy 750 books, and only 500 of those books were signed. So he went down the list and he dosed it out, and throughout the day, people were like, oh, I'm not on the list, and they were dreading it. And I was just sitting back like, yeah, I wasn't on the list. I might run out of juice, so I got to plug you in. So everybody was worried, and I was like, hey, I didn't get on the list. I don't care. That's great. Who cares? And then I got an email with the don't share this link with anybody. Go to this page. Shh, go on. And then I went there, and I'm like, oh, if there's a signed edition here. Now, Jared nobody wanted only the people who want the full set to get the signed one. I'm like, if I see that signed one, am I going to be able to pass on it? I have no desire to get the set. I've never read Dune, and I think that should go to a fan. But I would maybe want an unsigned one. Maybe. I want to read Dune. I was curious. And then, I thought all the people on the list got their crack at it. All the people who wanted a signed edition had it. Now it's going out to the general list because I wasn't on a reserve list, and I bought it. I mean, that's what an addiction will do to you, really. I bought the unsigned edition, and I couldn't be happier. I'll get it in December, and it'll go right on my TBR. Pet Sematary is my favorite King book. It is. It's up there. It's in my top 5. I think I did a video on it. My top 10. Pet Sematary is up there. I know nothing about the fine print industry. Interesting to listen tonight. Oh, well, good. Thank you. Library thing, you can get a good education on that forum about fine press. Definitely. They talk about presses I've never heard of, and it is interesting when they're not griping to learn from them. And I think their griping makes them children and diminishes it for me. But you could argue I'm hate reading, so I'm there. So it works. Hate reading, hate viewing works. I assume a number of people hate watching me, and they only watch to hate me, which is cool. I don't like me. I was amazed the unsigned made it to general public. Lasted 3 minutes. I thought it lasted a little longer than that. Flash. Yes, the ending to Pet Sematary. It's the best last sentence in any Stephen King book. That last sentence. Ooh. The signed copies were so desirable because they came with rights to the following volumes in the series. The unsigned didn't. Right. The signed volumes, they had a facsimile signature of Herbert. So that's why I felt okay buying the unsigned one. I wasn't messing up anyone's set. I don't know what they're going to. I'm amazed that none have been sold on eBay. I think whoever's thinking about flipping is looking to get the whole set and then cashing in. But I did hear of one copy being sold, traded hands, for $2,500 from $660 in the morning to $2,500 in the afternoon. That's crazy. Yes, Jason. I'm also surprised the cloth is different between the two editions. I was surprised too. Usually his Jared's signed and unsigned are just a matter of a signature page. But the Dune editions have 2 different types of cloth between the signed and the unsigned. Which, if I was a Dune completist, I'd want both then, right? You'd want every variation. They do? They also talk about a lot about the good old days on Library Thing. Do they? Yeah, maybe they do. I mean, that's fine. I cheer on their hobby. I think we should be a family with them. I think we should all be part of this family, and we are really. I mean, family squabble. We're all a community. We all love books, and it's just so funny the the segregation within groups. Humans are just such jerks. Like we segregate ourselves along these lines, these arbitrary lines, and it's always an us and them. Oh, we're fine press. You guys are savages at the gates. Whatever. It gets tiresome. Humans are tiresome. I didn't catch the cloth difference. What were the so Jason, are you answering him? Is somebody answering Ron? One, the unsigned is Japanese cloth, and I forgot what the signed edition has different cloth to it. Sorry, Ron, I don't have that in front of me. I'm doing a live here, you know. I can't pull it up, but there was a talk about the two different cloths on the boards. So with the movie out now would be the time to cash in, and if one were so inclined, yes. You know, I would think if you're looking to flip, get the prized one sold to somebody for $2,500, and then you're off the hook. You're not going like the first one's going to be the one you can mark up the most, and I guess cumulative. You've spent the time storing and warehousing, and you have the whole set. I guess I'm a fool, and hopefully they're maybe thinking it'll just go up in value, but I don't know. Those numbers sound like your subscribers rate. Yeah. I would love it, Flash, if I could shoot up to 2,500 subscribers. Anyway, so Tyler, you enjoy the site regardless. You shouldn't enjoy it regardless. You should just enjoy it. Like I said, there's a lot of very useful information, a lot of good people on Library Thing. So that's good. It's good. There, let's be inclusive. Let's not talk about rights. Don't talk about politics, religion, or rights. Publishing rights, not as in human rights. I think we should all agree on human rights. There should be a discussion about that. Speaking of doing spoiler alert, if there's a spoiler alert, I'm not going to read it. If you end up not liking Dune, maybe you'll sell me your unsigned, Jeff. Oh, Jason, you're really hit me right here. I'd love to return the favor to you, Jason. I almost want to just sell it to you now then. But I want to read it. Okay. I don't do the Facebook thing. Zuckerberg blacklisted me. Yeah, he's a mother Zucker. The sign is bound in a more leather-like cloth. The unsigned. Okay, so Jason is Jack says, I haven't read Dune yet, but I really want to. Can't help feel intimidated by that behemoth. Was my tie all messed up? My tie's all messed up. So the signed is Nabucco prestige cloth. Unsigned is elegant Japanese black cloth. Oh, Mark retracted his message. So I'm amazed that they're not flipping them with that crazy markup. I'm really looking forward to reading it, though. I'm really looking forward to another fantastic Centipede edition. Jared and Paul at Suntup, they have my total faith. First time you read Dune, you may be lost for a bit, but ultimately things will become clear to you, and it's freaking awesome. I can't believe that a book this well regarded would be something I wouldn't like. Okay, was not really Jeff saying it was not really a spoiler, just saying the movie is part 1 and only covers the first half of the book. Oh, interesting. And the movie's doing really well. I think a lot of the fans loved it. There are still some people who prefer David Lynch's 1980 something movie. I don't remember when that came out. Sounds like snobbery to me. One of my favorite books is a 25-year-old paperback copy of The Lord of the Rings. I read it at least 24 times. The spine is cracked. The pages are yellowing. I love reading it. Yes, those are awesome. Those are the ones that keep you, that have won you over. Your first loves are those paperbacks. And I don't think anybody at Library Thing would shun that love. They're just territorial when it comes to fine press, and how all of a sudden, since one press decides to do letterpress, all these unwashed masses, uninitiated people think they know fine press. They don't have a clue. And a fine press book should be a classic work. It can't be a modern work, and all these distinctions that, whatever. I haven't read a good sci-fi book since Altered Carbon. Every book has its place. Yes. So Dune took up a lot of oxygen yesterday. A lot of people sweating it. Unexpectedly, it pulled me in like a sandworm. I know that much. The sandworm came up out of the laptop and it dragged me down, and now I'm in Duneville. Is there a place called Duneville? So I got a copy. That'll be an unboxing on this channel in December. I think that's when Jared said he's going to ship it. So that's Suntup, Right System, Centipede. Earthling, Deathless is on the way. Boys in the Valley's on the way. Those two books are still available, I believe. I think Boys in the Valley is down to 20 copies or so. So get it. Get it over there before it sells out. I'm a little worried about Deathless because Pressure was gruesome and really pushed the limit of horror that I like. And somebody said Deathless makes Pressure look like, I don't know, look like it wasn't as brutal as it was. So that's going to be a tough read for me. I'm a sensitive guy. I mean, you may not know that, but I'm a sensitive guy. I don't like reading about people I come to care about be tortured mercilessly. The Dune abides. I love it. So Joshua, you can't wait to read Boys in the Valley. Good. It's a great read. And you know what? I will say it's a Halloween read. So maybe I'm getting that instead of Deathless, or maybe I'm getting Deathless and Boys in the Valley. But I have a shipping notice from Earthling coming. So I don't know which book it is. But I will say, Joshua, if you're anywhere where there's snow in the coming months, that'll be a good book to read in the winter. Really keep you in that sort of that vibe. A little Cure. So SST. Oh wait. Philip Fracassi note. Oh, Jeff, what do you think of graphic novels? Are you a fan? I have a graphic novel of LANSDALE short story. I Tell You It's Love, illustrated by Daniel Serra. I don't not like graphic novels. Yeah, I don't not like them. I just don't collect them normally. So I did used to collect comic books. I like comic books. You are rocking that jacket tie combo, and it's also pants. It's also pants. It's also pants. I ordered Deathless, Jeff, and haven't received a shipping notice, so it's probably Boys. Yeah, it's either Boys or Deathless. But I did see Jeff Strand posted a photo of his copy of Deathless. So it's out. It's out and about. So I'm very excited to read it. I don't know if Paul Miller still has it, Ron, but he had a lettered edition of Pressure for sale. Since you're the one that recommended Pressure to me, that's why I bought it and read it. And I did enjoy it. it just felt some of it could have been fine-tuned. And I was expecting a little humor, and there's no humor in it. Jeff Strand is hilarious. Would recommend Lock and Key by Joe Hill? Yeah, I've seen that a few times, and I just kind of just skipped on by. I had all the Full Bleed. IDW did a quarterly, a comics quarterly, and I collected those. And I sold all those to a fan in Hawaii. They're now in Hawaii, living the life. I ordered boys and haven't gotten a notice, so we are opposites. Yeah, I didn't get a notice. Let me clarify. I didn't get a shipping notice from Earthling because you don't get shipping notices from Earthling. But I signed up for informed delivery, and it's pretty reliable. So anytime a label's created with my address on it, I get a notice on that informed delivery app, so I can see what's what, where it's coming from. So I have something coming from Earthling. I just don't know what's in the box. What's in the box? And I'll cut it open right in front of you. By the way, did something specific prompt the rights discussion at the top of the stream? Did I miss some drama? No, Jack, I was at a library thing, which I shouldn't go there. But I got pulled in because it was the Lyra's discussion, and there's been a lot of talk about Lyra's doing a rights system. And the people at library thing were dissecting it. And at first they raved about it, that Rich Lyra was the Messiah to save them from the demon Paul, and his right system was going to solve it. And then they dismantled it, and then he started arguing about it. And it's because the simple fact of numbers, supply and demand, limited editions, it all adds up to somebody's going to be missing out. Unless it's a crappy book that nobody wants. Just steer clear of the TV show. Oh, Lock and Key. Martin recommends Lock and Key. Yeah, Jack, library thing. I don't want to revisit it because I'll just. Oh, you know what? So next on my list to talk about is some good news. Some happy thought is SST. Always makes me happy. So I got some LANSDALE coming. I broke down and made up for some errors. I passed on a couple of LANSDALE books from SST, and I broke. I couldn't take it. I can't believe I did that. So I redeemed myself, and I got Of Mice and Minestrone and Big Lizard. And, since I'm giving away the Ark, I need Big Lizard on my shelf. So, so what else? CD. Oh my gosh. The best of CD 2 looks like it's going to be soon. Oh, and someone last time asked me about Eater of Gods, and I thought it was a Glenn Hirschberg book, but it's a Dan Franklin book. I messed it up. I'm still not interested in it. I used to do impulse buys with CD. And then 19th edition, some Carey stuff. Get over to 19th edition and get some Carey stuff. I'll be right back. Hold on. You guys talking about behind my back? I received the best of CD. I signed limited today. You got 666? Oh, you lucky guy. Yeah, they're going to be shipping. I didn't get it yet. Oh, Jason, you're still waiting on your World LANSDALEan. Yeah, a lot of people are saying they had some issues waiting on that book as well. I think it got hung up. Yeah, Martin, because of you, I saw you got your limited. I hope I get mine soon. I did see that Dan Hocker at Cemetery Dan said they had to stretch the slipcases out to make it fit the book. So I don't know if that's holding up the release. I want to listen to Fascination Street again. So Is Lansdale a horror author? I surprisingly haven't heard much of him before. All right, Flash, take it easy. I'm going to do the drawing in 1 minute. What was I saying? Joe Lansdale he's a horror author. He's a Western. He writes. He's a crime writer, cosmic horror, crime. Like Westerns, all kinds of stuff. He's all over the board, but he's just a fantastic storyteller. I heard about him only a few years ago, so he's been writing since the 80s. The guy's got a huge bibliography, and he's written Batman comics, Jonah Hex. I had Jonah Hex comics before I even knew who Lansdale was. I'd read them. So yeah, he's definitely someone to catch up with, and you should not be disappointed by anything that guy writes. My top recommendations, my top two are The Complete Drive-In. It's a blast, and The Thicket. I think The Thicket is his best book. And then Ron will tell you The Bottoms, which is his favorite. And that is a fantastic book. And also Paradise Sky. So that's just to get you started. As Martin's pointing out, Lansdale is hard to categorize. He's just a great storyteller. Yes, exactly. Love that you are a Cure fan. Blood Flowers is my quintessential album. I wasn't always a Cure fan, but I came down off my metal-only high horse, and I can appreciate super talented artists. Is Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr. here still? Because getting back to CD, he invited me to join the Friends Who Like CD Publications Facebook group, and I wasn't sure if he was serious or joking, because Ron just confirmed that The Bottoms is fantastic. It is. It's a stellar read. And there are lots of great people on the Friends Who Like CD Publications Facebook page, and I like CD Publications, but I've been bitching about them lately, so I didn't know if that was just a joke or not. He also wrote Bubba Hotep, which was made into a great movie. Yes, that was with Bruce Campbell. Yes. Asimov wrote near 420 books. I read some book of his letters, and his father would harass him if he didn't get a book every 4 to 6 weeks. Wow. That's insane. That's crazy. 420 though, huh? Asimov, 420. You know what that means. Anything Happen Leonard is a great read. Martin, I've never read any Happen Leonard, but I have almost all of them. Did I mention 19th edition? Get those Carrie posters. I'm sorry Mitch isn't here to see me polish off this bottle. It's delicious, Mitch. Cheers to you wherever you are. Okay, so I got through my couple two tree notes. Is it time for a drawing? I could be like the motivational speakers I see do webinars. Just type "Hells yeah" into the comment section if it's time for a drawing. Let me hear you. Type in "Hells yeah." I'm not going to do that. I hope nobody types in "Hells yeah." But let's do a drawing. So, like I said at the outset, it's a 1 in 56 chance of somebody winning this Lansdale set. 1 in 56 chance. I busted my hump trying to get as much awareness around this channel and getting everybody to comment and subscribe for the chance to get it. And it comes down to 1 in 56. I like those odds. If I was in a contest with a 1 in 56 chance, I'd be pretty happy. That's pretty good. The winner of this raffle will not be ineligible for the next raffle giveaway. It's not a raffle. I didn't sell tickets. The winner of this contest giveaway will not be ineligible for the next one, which is a Suntup book. That name will still be in the running, but the winner of the Suntup book will be ineligible for the Stephen King signed edition at $1,500. So we cool with that? 1 in 56. All you got to do after I click this wheel, all the names are in the wheel. And after I clicked it, can you still see me? Can you still? Yes. Okay. Because I'm clicking off this browser window. I'm going to trust you guys not to make faces behind the teacher's back. I'm going to go to this other browser window and I'm going to pull a name out. And that name will get these books. 1 in 56 chance. Here we go. I'm going to click. I'm nervous. Clicked. Here it goes. Here it goes. It's coming, and it's stopping at we have a winner. The winner is actually on this chat today, right now. We've talked to him. It's Tyler. Tyler won. Tyler, congratulations. You are going to have to email me. I'm going to type it in here at jeff2wright@yahoo.com with your address, and I will ship these off to you, and you will enjoy the shit out of these books. I guarantee it. So you won. I'm going to take a picture of it to verify it. Let me see. Bam. All right. I'm going to put that up on when I post this video. And holding my breath. Congrats. Congrats. Yes. I'm happy it's someone who participated. Oh, me too. That's part of the reason why I didn't want to just turn it to subscribers, right? I wanted to make it the contest for only subscribers, but also people who are participating and want to engage in conversation. Not necessarily at the live, but at least comment on the video. I don't like it when it's somebody. It is not rigged. No, not rigged at all. I entered the names, posted the photo of the names in the wheel on YouTube. It's just so everybody could see it, and clicked it and randomized it. And Tyler is the winner. And I am happy. It's someone who's participated and interested in Lansdale now. Oh, what? Producer Jill just did text me something. What did she text me? Oh, okay. Yeah, she has a different email address she wants me to use. But maybe not for this drawing, Producer Jill. She's like an angel that's always watching over me, waiting to push me into traffic. That's how Producer Jill, when she's not around, I'm always looking like, where's Producer Jill? Oh, there's and then I'm a bloody mess. So anyway, a bloody mess. That is it for this little shindig. I'm glad you all showed up. I hope you had fun. And now we're going on to 1,000 subscriber giveaway, which will be, I can't believe I'm getting a phone call. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to decline this. That was tacky. We're going on to the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and Ixnay on the Ivet Pray email a. It's not that private. I don't know. I see what you're saying though. Okay, well, if I can't trust you guys, then It's not my social security number. It's not my birthday. I know what you're saying though, Jack. So on to the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, which will be a numbered edition, Suntup numbered edition of the collector. And now all the 200 below 250 numbers are gone. So if you want the November release and you don't have rights, this is a chance to do it. So this book, The Collector, will be a below 250 number, and it will give you rights to buy every Suntup book from here on out for as long as you want. But it's The Collector with rights. Once I get to 1,000, we will do it exactly the same as exactly the same as this giveaway. So when I get to 1,000, whenever I get to 1,000, I will then upload a giveaway video, and I will say, this is the one. You comment on this one, and I'll put your name in a wheel, and I'm going to spin it, and then we're gonna give that away. But we have to hit 1,000 before November 16th. So the clock is ticking. I need to get 153 more subscribers to meet that 1,000 subscriber mark in order for the rights to go with this book. So I'm a little terrified. I'm a little scared for you all. Jeff, we won't abuse it. No, really, we won't. No, really. Okay, then I'm screwed. I can tell. Yes, people still do use Yahoo email, since like I think 2006. That's my email. It goes back. Who won? Tyler won. All right, Tyler. Thank you. Thank you. Don't be like Without Remorse. I'm just kidding. Without Remorse is getting his book, and Tyler's getting your book. I'm going to mail them probably both, everything out tomorrow. And Tyler, you're also getting 2 19th edition bookmarks. A little something. Every book needs a bookmark. So I love it. And I got to say, it's a great feeling to be able to give away that numbered edition with rights, to share that joy. That's going to be nice. And then after that, it's a signed limited Stephen King, bona fide Stephen King signature. It's going to be a book and an artist portfolio to go with the book at 1,500 subscribers. That will take into effect. So this is my second giveaway. I love this. I was very tempted to read Moon Lake while it was here. Very generous gift from Jason. Jason, thank you so much for doing that. Kicking it off. It's spreading that joy around. I'm so happy. That was very generous of Jason. It forced me to part with my arc of Big Lizard. So, and Tyler, that's something you can't buy. So that's cool. That's cool. So Jason, that is very generous, extremely generous, and I'm humbled. I'm thrilled to be able to pass that along too, and share that. And let's keep it going around, coming around. There are a number of people that have gifted me books, and when I had the opportunity, I gifted books back, and gifted books to others too. So that's one thing I love, is that good energy, that karma around here. You're all great people, really. You are. That's why I don't mind giving away my email address. But I am second guessing it. So anyway, very cool. Getting on my special shelf, the other fine press. Yeah, that's great, Tyler. I hope you cherish them, and enjoy them, read them and enjoy them. I know Big Lizard was a wild ride, so enjoy that. Anyway, that's all I got for tonight. It's been an hour. It's been a joy. It's been a journey. Stick around. More to come. I'll be back here next Monday. Hopefully I won't rant like for the first half hour about the right system. I actually do feel good. I think you guys helped me therapize that. I've therapized it. So I hope you did have a good time, everybody. And I'm glad I got out that about the rights. And I'm so happy. I'm going to be smiling ear to ear when I box those up tomorrow and ship them out. And, everybody come back, stick around. A lot more fun to have. And, of course, stay frosty.